Well, hello everyone. This is my first YouTube video. Not really sure how this is gonna go, so we're just gonna go with it. So when I started coaching, the scariest thing to me was starting my social media, how I was going to set it up, how I was going to target new followers amongst my family and friends, and it was really scary to me. I kind of did some trial and error. I followed different people, and it was a lot of research on my part, and you might still need to do some research as well, but I kind of want to cut out the BS and see if this helps you get started. So let me just tell you a little about what I did personally when I got started. I chose to use both Facebook and Instagram as my platforms. I previously had Facebook and Instagram before my divorce, so there is some of that in the background. So if you do have multiple accounts, maybe just kind of figure out what you want to use. You know, do you only want to use Facebook? Do you only want to use Instagram? But maybe figure that out early. So like I said, I did both, and I decided I wanted to link both together to share. I had my largest following on Facebook, and Instagram I really lightly used. I only had about 200 followers, and I knew that's where the biggest coaches were getting their following. So I made that decision to use both. When getting started, I did a little cleanup, and I learned this from my brother. He has a blogging social media account that he strictly uses for vegetarian and vegan cuisine. So when you go to his Instagram, you see just food, and you know he's a blogger. So his recommendations to me were make your Instagram less personal, but as a Beachbody coach, our personal life is still a component of our business. Things we want to share are our fitness, our nutrition, motivation, and our personal life. So that's 4 things. And when I mean personal life, you know, you don't just want to post pictures of yourself working out every day. There's more to you than that. So one thing I did is I went through my social medias and I erased things that I didn't think were appropriate to what I wanted my business to look like, and cleaned up the page a little bit. So that was my first step. After that, I went through and looked for people that I might want to target as potential followers. So some ideas that maybe you don't have a huge network. What is your profession? Who did you go to high school with? Who did you go to maybe professional school with? Who is in your family? Maybe if you're not friends with them on Instagram, maybe you're friends with them on Facebook, and there is a way to look to see, add your contacts so you can mirror them on both. That's in your suggested followers. It's up in your upper left hand, you're looking at me, your upper left hand corner of Instagram. So that's some way to increase your followers on Instagram by just utilizing people you might already have on Facebook. So I wanted to increase my followers. When I started on Instagram, I only had about 200 followers. In less than 6 months, I almost have 1,000. And that's just by expanding my network. Facebook, I find it easier because I like to expand based on people you may know, or suggested people. I usually only add people if we have mutual friends, and I like to look between the 20, 30, 40 range. That's a good way to keep it a closer knit circle on Facebook. Facebook, you can max out on followers. You only can have 4,000. So keep that in mind. You might have to do some cleanup every here now and then to just keep your market of who you want. So Instagram, something else you're going to look at that I made the error early on, and my brother was like, hey, you're really not getting many likes. make sure your account is public. I had mine set on private, and that's limiting who your followers are going to be. It's in account settings on Instagram, and it's similar on Facebook, but you want your account open. I don't think you're going to have a mass murderer come to your house. Keep it clean. Keep your, don't post pictures of your crotch on there or your tatas hanging out. I don't think you're going to attract the wrong type of people. I haven't had any problems. Anytime someone gets a little creepy, they instantly get blocked. While we're on the topic of blocking, now, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but this is something I did later on, and I think it's important to talk about. Your family and your friends right now may not support you. They may not understand what you're doing, and that's okay. I had to make a personal choice to block certain people within that first circle of people that you reach out to and think, oh my God, they're definitely going to buy from you. They were very negative, and it hurt me. They're the people that would follow my story every day and not like a thing, not reach out, but we the same people possibly going behind my back and saying something. I wish I made the decision earlier on, because I think I would have been able to be more myself on my social media. So don't hold yourself back by not being your best and truest self because you're worrying about what those people might think. Unless they're going to put food on your table or pay your bills by contributing to your business, they don't need to follow you. I'm sorry, it's just the honest to God truth. If you're worried they're going to be upset about what they might say if you block them, I'm sure if it's that big of a deal, they'll say something to you, but I bet they won't. And if this is going through your mind, I think you know the people I'm talking about. So make that decision now to block them and get rid of them early. I think you get the point. So, on a lighter note, okay, so we talked about expanding your network. You're going to do that every single day. You want to add new people every single day. I try to get about 10 people on both my platforms, okay? 10 people every single day on both. Then we want to clean up your pages to make them look like you are a coach. What do you want to show yourself as, okay? We'll talk about that a little bit later. I think I'll do that in a different video, like what you want you to be. But when you're adding on Instagram, you're going to take away, okay? What I mean by this is you're going to download an app called the Cleaner app for Instagram. If you look at good accounts, like good coaches accounts, people that have any sort of social media pages, they have more followers than they follow. And if they don't, it's not as good of an account and a social media account as you think it is. You want to be showing that you have the control over the volumes and who you're bringing in. Some people do it once a week. I do it every 3 days. I like to see who's following me and who's ghosting me. So you could be following someone and they don't necessarily have to be following you. You can have someone that's a follower that's not interacting with any of your stuff. Get rid of them. Look at who you're doing this with. You're going to have to go through the app. I can answer any questions if you have questions. Make sure it's not someone you just add and you're trying to make a connection with and then you get rid of them. Sometimes I erase people that maybe I shouldn't and then I have to re-add. I'm trying to troubleshoot that. But don't have people that aren't adding value. Maybe coaches will have different opinions on this. This is what I'm doing, and it's just opening it up to more followers. Maybe you have people that you're thinking, oh, they might come back in the future. They're in your warm network. Great. Keep that open. So let's, we'll talk about the Cleaner app, but that is something you need to have. You get rid of people. You only can do 50 at a time, so keep that in mind. You want people that don't follow you and people that ghost you, okay? So, new network, clean up your page, the Cleaner app. okay? And you're looking for new people every day. So this is how you're going to start your social media. So what else are we going to do? So we have our beautiful coaching page. We have our Facebook link to it. We have it open to the public. Now we're ready to start posting. So what no one really explained to me is, what is the magical combo? How often should I use my Instagram stories? How often should I use my, how often should I post today? It's really up to you. And know that anytime you post something, you have to do your work after. So say you're going to post 3 times a day. That's what it says on most of the trackers. A lot of those trackers, the business tracker tools, really don't put into account Instastory. I get most of my customers off of Instastory. So if you make a conscious decision you want to start posting 3 times a day, remember that anyone that likes a picture or comments on your picture, you need to go to work. After they like something, you need to start a conversation or you need to interact on their page. What I mean by this is, I posted a picture of me and my dog today. Say I get 40 likes. Of those people, maybe there's people I connected in the past. I should be following up and showing some love on their pages, whether it's giving some hearts, giving some thumbs up, or writing a comment. Say it's someone new. I should go into their page, like a picture, but you need to comment. Liking someone and being a like whore isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to interact. Say you do that once or twice, they're still consistently commenting, send them a direct message. Hey girl, my name is Leah. Thanks for your ongoing support. Are you into health and fitness too? Great. That is what counts as a new interaction. You know, you see your new contacts, that is a new. That means something. Just adding people and just add, that means nothing. You want to interact. Something else I do is just plain, hey Stacey, thanks for your ongoing support. I hope you have a great weekend. Maybe they say something, maybe they don't. It opens the door. You're looking for that little crack in the door that you can run on in and start those conversations, okay? Like, comments, go after it. Let's go to your Insta story. You want that link to your Facebook story. This is the same thing. You're seeing those people comment and follow, okay? They step in there. They are on your playing field. They have entered your land. Maybe you just added them and then they started following you. Great. That's a new way to start interacting with someone. So maybe they're new. Go through, I'm going to go to this girl's page. She's new. I see she has, a lot of food and whatever. She might already be on her journey. She might be a wellness coach too. Sometimes I'll say, hey girl, see you're into health and wellness too. Are you a coach? Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. This opens up a door to talk about coaching. Maybe they're trying to start a new business and don't know how. It's still showing you saw and it matters. Say you see someone from high school that, you added, maybe they added you. Like something on their page, go direct message them. Hey girl, it's been a while. You look great. Your family looks awesome. How has it been? Simple, basic. You could say, are you into health and fitness too? You don't have to. You could just comment a little on their page, like a profile picture, like something on their page, write a comment on one of their things. It opens the door. Look for the crack in the door. What I call those things, when you're just commenting on their page, it's called a donut. You want to give 25 donuts a day. I don't know who in Beachbody said they're called donuts, but donuts. Liking, commenting, you want to aim for 25 donuts a day. Unless you send a comment, it is not an invite. It is not a interaction. Unless you invite them to your challenge group, that is an invite. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself here, but this is the type of interactions you want to do, okay? So after you start following those, I want you to track, okay? We need to track. I want to show you how I track a day. I use plain pen and paper, okay? This looks really overwhelming, and all I'm gonna say is we're just talking about sending donuts and new people right now. So donuts are just plain interactions you have with people, okay? Liking their pages, commenting. Don't waste all day donating. You'll never get anywhere. Set it for 25, base it off of people you have on your page in your story. Go from there. New invites, same thing. Base it off of that. Go from there. I'm going to do another video based on invites because that's a beast in itself, but I think these are some building blocks for you to start on. And we want you to track because you could see in your business the days you didn't talk, you didn't start these conversations, and where the business fluctuates. So I will do another video on inviting and we will go from there. I hope this was helpful.